unmute yourself and speak up. So now click on the new project and select this empty activity. So this symbol shows the Jetpack Compose. So select empty activity and then click on next. After that, you can rename your application. So first, let me show you what we are building today. So this is the interface which we are gonna build today. This is just a basic login page. It has a username and a password and a login button. So this is the UI which we are gonna build today. So let us rename that as a basic login page for Android. I hope that's okay. Then click on finish. You don't need to change all these things. That's basically Android 7 and it runs on Kotlin. Click on the finish button. Let the whole process run, guys. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. It takes some time to load all the external libraries in that. So the Gradle project sync will take a couple of minutes. So be patient. Let me make it full screen. Guys, are you able to follow it? Somebody can unmute and speak up.
Is clear till here, or do you want to repeat some steps again, or you want anything? Just unmute or ping it in the chat box.
So if you want to hide, there is this hide process button also.
It's clear, bro.
Yeah, cool. Basically, the Gradle building process will take some time, as it should render all the compose activities. Like it's basically kind of importing all the libraries and stuff while we use in Python and other languages. So it takes some time. Done interface has been loaded. So basically, this is the main activity.kt file. So here we'll be doing all the coding part for our project. So here is the entire structure of this Android platform. So basically, manifest contains XML parts. Here, Kotlin and the Java whole directory. It contains all the Kotlin and the Java language program files. So this UI.theme, this contains color, theme, and the type of the Kotlin files. So let me open this color and show you guys what it's there. So basically, this is already predefined. There is some purple and pinkish gradients already mentioned in this color theme. If we go to this theme, there is, and so basically, you guys have the theme and light theme in your Android phone, right? So whenever you change that, according to that, the app can be basically configured. So this is already predefined. And there is also this type.kt where you have all the font, basically the elements, extra fonts, and you can import other stuff as well. So you can import your material themes, your text styles, your font family, etc., into this type.kt files. So, and this is the main activity where we'll be doing all the coding part. So let me just, there is also, you can see the split option, right? So if you guys click on the split button, you can see a successful build is required. So once you build this, what you get is the basically the output of this exact, the whole file. let us some time so that you can see. Till then, let me explain this file. So basically, what happens? So from here, Kotlin basically runs the entire Android project runs. So what a surface is like, a surface is kind of like a big rectangle box where you can have all your UI elements in that. So here we mentioned the modifier. So what a modifier is, a modifier basically defines your UI component to do what things. So that's what a modifier is. Let me just hide this. Yeah, so you can see the output as greeting to your hello Android. So why it is coming? See, there is a greeting function over here, and the name argument is passed to that is Android. So if we scroll down, you can see a composable. So in Jetpack Compose, we define a composable element as the composable. So what basically a composable is, it is kind of a function or what you define that element to be, what it should do. So basically it is a UI in which you do the declarative way part. I explained yesterday that like using Jetpack Compose, you can use the UI elements to be more declarative and straightforward way. So for that, you basically use composable, and then you define the function. So here the function is defined as a greeting. So basically a string is passed to that, and the text. See, this is a text element. So you can have your text to be printed. So hello, and then the dollar symbol and name. So what basically name is that you have passed the Android. So basically it is printing hello Android. And then modifier is set to modifier. So as in the surface we use modifier. So for that you'll be using modifier here as well. So this preview basically is kept so that the preview be seen over here. So without this preview, it won't work. So for preview, if you write this function, then only if you click on the split, then this will work. Otherwise, it will throw some errors. So this is the whole part for that. I guess I've understood these things. So let me just navigate further and stuff. So here you'll be having file. You can create a new file. You can already open existing file in your system, or you can go to your recent projects and all. Here in edit also you have many things. You can copy, paste, cut, delete, and find some variables in that. And in your appearance, you can change your appearance. Like you can have different kind of modes and stuff. And in navigate, you can choose where to jump between so many your Android Studio. Refractor you won't you are using much. So this is so basically in build what you have is that you can make your projects. You can basically build your APK files. So you'll be having running the Android Studio in your Android mobile phones, right? Like you can download APK from third-party websites and you can install that. So how the APK file is built? Developers Android Studio, then they go to build, and here they can select build bundles or APKs. So if you click on build APK, the whole Hello Android will be built in an APK, and you can transfer this APK file into your mobile phones and you can run that. And here you'll be having all the run functions like where to run on your the code and tools and stuff. That's it. And help is basically you can update and other stuff. So this is a general overview of an Android Studio. So now let's begin to code up like our theme, the login page. So this is what a login page is. So first, let me give you the basics of what you guys need to understand here. So I told the surface, right? Think this entire thing is a surface. So in the surface, we have the login page, we have the username box, the password box, and the login. Here we'll be defining the modifier as well to let the functions know what to do stuff. And basically, we need to arrange these things in a column, like one after the other. Like see login page, below we have username, password, login. So basically think you're working with CSS stuff like one after the other. And notice we have some spaces over here, like username and password, we have space, and password and login also we have some space. So for this, we'll be using a spacer function. So in that, we can exactly define how much depth of the space we want between username and password. And what this box, in Kotlin, we have an exact function name called outline text field. So by using that box, you can have a box with an outline character. So like that, we'll be getting this username as an outline box. And yeah, like by using button function, we can have this login. So we can, like trigger external functions. Like if we click on login, what will happen next? But as of now, we won't be going to that part. But you can code after the session. You can have like, you can define what to do after clicking login. Like you can even authenticate with any other database you want so that the username and password will be stored to that particular database. And yeah, one more thing, there is this concept called as visual transformation, wherein if you use that, see if we are like typing in username, like if I type my name Bharath, like if you type, then the name will be shown in that username box. So for that we have visual transformation. If you use that, then the name whatever you're typing in real time, you can have the data to be seen in that box. Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah. So that the basic outline of what we are gonna use today to build a project. So yeah, guys, everybody now come to this main activity.kt file. I hope it's loaded for everybody, right? Or you guys stuck in some part like the Gradle is still building? Anybody? It's clear, okay? SDK is missing. So you can install the particular SDK, like choose some, like previous versions of SDK if it's already there in your Android Studio. Hello guys, kindly respond in the chat so that we can start, like on a coding part. I guess the entire structure is kind of clear for you guys, right? Hello. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, then let's start our coding part. Okay, let's begin. Done. Cool. I hope today's font size is clear, right? I don't need to zoom in much. I already kept it like 125% zoom size. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. So let me just remove all these things. Let me come from the class main activity. So let it be there. Super create this is the basic. So this we don't need to change these things. The main activity is constant. The override function is also constant. The on create function is constant. Set content is still same because so yeah, 1 second. So for downloading SDK, there is some option where you can download external packages. Like if there are some, see, yeah, guys, go to tools. If anybody have some SDK problems, go to tools. Then you have SDK manager, right? Click on this SDK manager and you can choose any of the Android version to be downloaded, okay? As you can see, I have pretty much installed. I have Android 12, Android 13 installed, Android 10, 9, 8, 6 is also installed. So you guys can select any of the Android version you want and then basically click on apply. Then the particular Android version will be downloaded. I guess the SDK part is cleared, right? Someone has that problem. Yeah, so basically go to that SDK part and you basically need to click on apply after that. It will work fine, no issues. Click on some Android 7 or Android 6 preferably. Many devices are working on that, right? So it will work basically. Okay, yeah, so let's do the coding part. So let me come to the set content. So this is where everything starts. So let me remove everything in this set content particular file. See guys, you can notice whenever I'm doing things, the preview is getting rendered. Guys, just a second. I'm sorry, just a second. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I had to take a phone call. So yeah, so let me come to the set content. So basically here is what everything starts. So basically, let me remove this. Yeah, so just ignore whenever this rendering is done. You can hide, click on hide process over here. It will be displayed here. So click on hide process. So yeah, so let me come here and just let us write the set content part. So let me just put it set content. Open the set content. And then here you should basically mention whatever the theme you want. So for my case, let us just keep it as some login screen theme and open this login screen theme. And here you need to write the coding part. Now it starts. So let us start with a surface. So we need to have a rectangle box, right? So for that we need to have a surface. See, whenever you this let us hide this process. Whenever you get this red line, so just go over there. You can like click this create class login screen theme main activity.kt. It will come. Just hide this render process every time. It's just a headache. You can just leave it, no issues. And here you need to mention a surface. Create a function of surface. And here in the surface, we need to have a modifier. what modifier does modifier dot. You need to fill it to the max. Color, you can have material theme dot color scheme dot background. And then after that, you just need to open another bracket over here. And then you now need to mention the column part. So go to this column. Next column, again do the modifier part. Modifier is equal to the modifier. So just mention the modifier every time. So now for this modifier, you need to have the functions defined. So just click fill max width. Let me just create these functions. Yep. Then after filling to the max width, then add a small padding to that. So what we want padding is like horizontal padding. So let us keep it horizontal. Padding of, let us assume like 16 dp is enough. So 16.dp, here it is depth. So keep it as 16 dp for the padding part. And in that, then let us go to vertical arrangement. Vertical arrangement.
No, excuse me.
Then it goes like arrangement dot center. Yep. Arrangement dot center. Just click on comma so that you'll be having all these things. So don't forget to mention these commas over here. After the center alignment, then we'll go into horizontal alignment as well. Click on horizontal alignment. Alignment dot center horizontally. So basically we need to do that alignment to the center. Center horizontally. After doing that, this column part is finished. Then let us open another thing, and here we can have that username and password. So just create a variable as val username, and for that let us keep some remember. So that it can hold the state of that variable. Why this thing not required? Just click on remember, open your box, and here keep mutable state of, so that every time when the state changes, you can have the clarity whether it is changing the state or not. So for that, you can have mutable state of. This material theme should come color scheme and background, and then go to modifier. Then here you can have the mutable state of the text field view. So basically that's the box where you need to type in your username. So in this, remember, just keep mutable state of that text field view box. Text field value. So let us just keep it as text field value. And then you need to have a val for password as well. Same, remember. Then open this box and then go to again mutable state of the text field view. So basically that's what it is. Text field value of that particular box. So yeah, till the value is done. So now let me go to this text box. So just keep on text. So this is a text function. So yeah, text is equal to login page. So let us first write this as login page. The overall heading for our project, the first login page. And then we have many kind of styles here. So basically you can have a style of material theme dot, let us say, typography dot display small. So by using this, you can basically mention how your things gonna look like. So material theme dot typography dot display small. I guess everybody completed till here. Then after this text space, now we need to have a spacer, right, between that login page and a box. So include a spacer of modifier equal to modifier dot height of, let us say, 36 dot dp. This is the same. Let us keep this 36 as a default space between everything. So after this space, now we need to have that field, like basically our outline text field, right? So for that, we need to have an outlined text field. So this is the outline text field where you can have the value as, let me just keep a click enter over here. Again one enter. So before that, we need to have the modifier mentioned in that. So let me just write modifier equal to modifier dot. Now let us fill the whole thing, like fill max width. Yeah, fill max width so that it will be filled to the entire screen of our Android phone. And as this is a whole entire thing, you don't forget to keep this commas here. So in the value, what we can have, so basically that box says username, right? So you can have username in as a value, and basically on change, so what it should do, like while changing, what you guys need to do here, the thing works where I told the visual transformation, right? So here you need to have the username dot value to be declared as it, so that it will, like take that value from there and keeps on displaying in the text box. So here is what the it function is used. After that, click comma over here and then go to this label function. Here label, we can have the text defined. So basically the text, in that text, what we need to keep is that our username, so that it takes from there. User name. Click a comma after this label, and here the visual transformation should be written. The visual transformation is equal to visual transformation dot, keep the VS capital, guys. Visual transformation dot none. After that, we need to have a spacer again. So just write a spacer. Spacer of modifier is again the same as modifier dot height of 16 dp. Guys, don't worry if you're unable to follow at the end. I'll be sharing the GitHub link of this file so that you can run on your systems as well. Just make sure that you follow along with me. There's no hurry in that. Let us code slowly and peacefully. No issues. I hope you're able to follow, right? Anybody facing any issues? Hello, people. You can unmute and speak, like there's no issue. Old version are now installing. Okay, no issues. Yeah. SDK ready, I take some time. Even the SDK one file, it's around some 900 MB to 1 GB. Okay, everybody's facing the same SDK issue. Oh. So basically, you need to wait till the downloads, like it completely downloads the SDK file. It's like installing again the Android Studio setup file, guys. It takes a lot of time. Okay, no issues. Just follow what else I'm doing in that. Once the SDK is installed, you can restart the Android Studio and you can again have an empty compose, and you can do that. No issues. So yeah, we have got till the modifier of height 16 dp again. So it wasn't 16, right? It was 36 dp. Yep. Yeah, no, it was 16. After 16, we got to 36 and then we kept 16. So it's 16 dp. After this, we need to keep an again the box, right? So for that, we need to do again outline text field box. Outline text field. So for that, the value should be the same, guys. It goes the same way. So here you need to have again the modifier, the value and the on-change value, like we did to the username and stuff. So here we should do for the modifier part, go to modifier, it's equal to modifier dot modifier dot fill to the max width, the same. After filling to the max width, then we need to have the value. Here the value is password, right? So keep on password. Now on the value change, do the same thing what we did to the username. So there is not a big deal, does the same thing. So after password, you need to have an again the open this curly braces. And here just same password dot value is equal to it. That's it. It will take it from there. After mentioning of it, just go to the next one. What here you need to do is like you should do the label part again. So label is equal to, you need to extract the text, right? So text of, now here the text is password. Password. After that curly braces, again keep a comma, and here do the visual transformation again. Visual transformation is equal to, now here you need to do password visualization transformation, because the password visual transformation, it's more kind of like a dot dot thing. It's a predefined function. Password visual transformation, a function. So yeah, keep those parentheses over there. That's it. Done till here. And then we need to have a spacer again. So every time we are keeping the spacer thing. So do mention spacer again. So after the spacer, here we need to mention modifier. See guys, mentioning the modifier is common. You need to mention the modifier height. All these parameters are already defined. It's kind of like dealing with list. So list dot size, list dot length. The same way you can predefine the things like modifier dot height, the length, everything can be defined here by using the modifier. So keep it as 16 dp. After this modifier is done, now what we need to create is a button for the login part. So just click a button. Yeah, keep a button, and here modifier equal to modifier dot fill max width, the same thing. After it is done till the fill max width, now we need to mention the height of that button. Dot height. Now let us keep it as some 50 dp. After 15 dp, you have this on click function, where on click is equal to, as you're doing nothing, you can just mention the single quoted comments wherein we write slash star, like basically just mention to do, it doesn't do nothing, so you can have a star slash again. So as there aren't like defining any other function to do after clicking login, so you can just keep this on click button to do nothing. After this, closing. Then after closing, you need to have that text parameter. So just keep it as text as to be displayed. Text is equal to login. Once this login is implemented, you can see the whole structure. Now what else we have written here is like login screen theme, right? So we have mentioned everything in the set content as the login screen theme. So now what you guys should do here in this preview before like come to the end part, and you can go here like fun greeting preview, right? So here mention that login screen theme. Login screen theme. Here also change that name as login screen theme, the same thing. Guys, are you all able to follow what all did I do in here? There was a small issue over here while like doing the column part. Instead of the parentheses, curly brackets came up. So for that, red lines came. So if you guys also like did the same thing, you can avoid that. Guys, I'm scrolling it down a bit by bit so that you can see the entire code. Did everyone complete the coding part till here? Can have this till max width to the next line as we have done everything like same way. Height of 50 dB. Hello people. Did everybody completed it? Yeah, sure. I'll provide the entire GitHub link of this project at the end of the session. I'll put that in the chat box. Guys, that was the basic everything. So what all I told before the session, like you can see this photo, right? So this is what we did. We just selected the entire surface. Then in the surface, first we have created this login page, the text value, and then we have added the spacer. Then again, we have created this box. In that box, we have the text to be displayed before the user enters, like its username. And whenever he is entering that, the username here, then we have that visual transformation. By using that whatever the user enters the things in the keyboard, that will be provided in that username box, like in the real time. Then we have again spacer. Then we went to the password box. We did the exact same thing what we did in the username thing. And then we have a spacer. Then we have created a button. In that button, we just displayed the text as login. So we haven't triggered any function over this login button. So in case if you like further want to develop this UI, you can have that function to be triggered. Like you can keep another function call over there, and you can do many more things from that login. Like you can redirect that screen to other screen where he'll be redirect to that home page of that website or anything like that. So can someone confirm who has written the code for that? Guys, if you want me to show the code again, I'll once scroll it. No issues. Uh, can anyone confirm? Like, did you guys like completed the code of that? Hello, dealing with errors, so not yet. Okay. If there are some errors, uh, there is always the suggestions for that. You can just click on them. It will show what to do next. Guys, if you're done with the coding part, so yeah, so basically let me just tell you guys how to, cross verify that in your machine slow. So basically, so this is the entire same thing which I kept in the GitHub. Like you'll be receiving this link. This is the same thing what we have done till now. This is a login screen theme. So this is the surface. I have, like commented everything also. The modifier first will fill that to the max size. Then according to the material color theme, the colors are already predefined over there. Then we have set everything in one column where we have vertical arrangements and dealing with the horizontal alignment of UI components. And then we have a text component called as login, where we have, like to that text family, we have material theme. We're displaying it as a small text. Then we have a space between the text field and the box of that username. Then we have the modifier thing. The same goes modifier, label, and the value. The next goes the same outline text box, the modifier value. And here we have the login screen theme defined. So this is what it does. So let me just build a APK file for it. So just go to tools. Sorry. So basically in build, we should go to build a project as an APK. Go to build. Here you have build bundles for APKs, right? So click on build APK. In some time, the APK will be built. And there is one more way of, like having this code to be shown. You have these things. So basically, I didn't tell you about these things, right? So here you can manage all your virtual devices. See, you can run your app. See, basically here no device are there. So you can have your device connected to the Android Studio. You can pair your device if your mobile screen is like, upgraded version of Android 11 or Android 11 Plus. You can pair your device using Wi-Fi. So I'll click on this. So if your phone is developer settings enabled, so I'll just take my phone, go to my developer settings. And in developer options, you just need to go to this wireless debugging, enable that. After that, you can pair your phone with that QR code. I basically pairing my device right now. Hopefully, you'll be able to see a green tick in some time. Yeah, my phone has been connected. Click on this close option. Now, what you can do here, there is a run app function button, right? So click on this run app. So basically, what it does, your phone will be able to run the app. I'm getting the preview of the app right now in my mobile phone. I'll show it to you if it's possible. I don't know if it's blurred out or something. Can you guys see this? Like the login page, username and password is there, right? So this is how you connect your physical device through the Wi-Fi in the Android Studio. And I previously showed you guys like, this building of the APK file, right? So let me just stop it. I'll stop it in my phone, the wireless debugging settings. So what you guys do, Go to build an APK. After building an APK, a pop-up will come like the APK file where it is. Yeah, see there's a locate function, right? So go to locate. In your local machine, there will be some file. So in for my case, it's in output APK, some debug file. So go to this file. Here you have app debug.apk file, right? So you can have this APK file transfer to your mobile phone and you can run that in your phone. So I already have BlueStack enabled in my system. So if I click on this, let me just give you a preview in BlueStacks if it's possible. This is how basically APKs are made for Android. Like there are so many third-party apps as well. So yeah, learn Jetpack Compose, login screen. So this is previously I tested. So that was the name I kept previously. So this is the login screen. So this is what you're getting. See, login, username, password. As this is in landscape mode, I think the button is not visible, but it will come in your mobile phone. If I click on username, I can type anything. You can see that in your mobile phones as well. If your PC has a good specs, right? So you can have an emulator running over right from here. So basically you can build your emulators from here, device manager. You can have your own device, like you can create a virtual device from here. You can select some medium phone or anything, or click a small phone, click on next, click on next, select portrait, click finish. So in some time the emulator for that will be generated and you can run your app in that emulator. So you'll be seeing in Insta Reels or many other developers, what they do is like they basically create a virtual model of the phone in the laptop. And after completing the app, they'll test that in that virtual machine in that phone. So that's how basically they do things. When this virtual device gets started, yeah, so click on the start button. You can run your app in that mobile phone. It takes some time to create the entire virtual machine out of Android Studio to that phone. Any more doubts you guys have? Do let me know. Till then, I'll go to my GitHub and paste that link for you guys. So the repo name is login screen for Android. So I'm pasting that in the chat. So yeah. Yes, so basically I think you guys know how to, like open the GitHub code files in your Android system. Like if you aren't sure, I'll show you guys how to do that. It just takes some 5 to 10 minutes. Like click the link which I sent here. Once you come over here, it's not like you can open this entire thing in VS Code and you can run that. So it's a bit of small hectic process. Just click on this download zip. Once the zip file is downloaded, go to your downloads. So this is the login screen for master.zip. So basically what you need to do, extract this, extract to login screen master. So once you're done with that process, so what you need to do, go to your Android Studio. Here there is file option, right? So click on file. Then select open. You'll have an open function. So